guys, this is Miss Washington and Titan, and we're about to give you the note portion of this section. So I'm going to go put Titan away, and while I'm doing that, you need to go get your notebook. All right, so our question today is, can two brown-eyed people have a blue-eyed child? So I hope you don't know the answer to that just yet. So to answer that question, there are a couple of vocabulary words that we need to know, and there is a dance coming, just so you can get ready for yourself. So the one thing that we need to remember is that we get one gene from our mom and one gene from our dad. So for every single gene or characteristic you have two genes for it. One from your mom and one from your dad. Now, there are lots of different options for those genes. So the word for different options is alleles. So this term alleles means different versions spell that wrong. B-E-R-S-O-N of a gene. So when we're talking about eye color, we have lots of versions from those genes, and we signify those versions using different letters. So capital B will signify brown, and in this case, lowercase b will signify blue. All right? So we have these different versions of our genes. All genes aren't created equal, though. There are genes that are dominant, and there are genes that are recessive. So I'm going to talk about those words. So dominant genes, so let's say we have big B, little b. This capital B is going to be dominant, which means that it will cover up a recessive gene, so it's bigger. A lowercase letter is going to stand for something recessive, and for a recessive gene to show up, you have to have two. So two lowercase letters. So far we have dominant and we have recessive. All right, let's move on to our next situation. So we're talking about genes, and we'll use the one that they used in the video, which was height. So we're talking about genes, we have a couple options. You could have big T, little t. We could have big T, and we could have little t, little t. All right, so go ahead and take some time and write this map down. While you're doing that, we want to know that T is the allele for tall, capital T. Little t is the allele for short. So we have this word phenotype. Phenotype is what something looks like on the outside, where genotype is its gene type. And we snap two times because genotype is going to have two letters. So we have genotype, which is the gene type. What two genes do you have? Okay, that's what I'm asking when I ask you for a genotype. And then we have phenotype. And when I'm asking you for phenotype, I want to know, what can I see? What's the observable trait? Okay, so here goes our dance. We say genotype is gene type. Genotype is gene type. Phenotype is look like. Phenotype is look like. So gene type, we snap twice because I want two answers. Big B, little b. Big T, little t. Look like is a physical description. So I'm holding a mirror. Phenotype is look like. What does it look like? Brown eyes, blue eyes, tall, short. So again, with me, we're going to say genotype is gene type. Your turn. Genotype is gene type. Phenotype is look like. Phenotype is look like. So that's how we describe things. So when we go back to our notes here, if we have big T, little t, that is the genotype. That's my genotype. The phenotype that big T, little t is going to give me, because because the big T is dominant, I'm going to get whatever that is. So big T is tall. Okay? Now over here I have two big T's. So I have a gene for tall and a gene for tall. So the genotype is big T, but the phenotype here would also be tall. And then the last one, little t, I have a gene for short and a gene for short, so my phenotype here would be short. Okay? So, those are the notes we need. We have the word genotype, gene type, phenotype, look like. We have the word dominant, which means it covers up anything that it's with, and then recessive, which means it's weak, and they need two of those. So those are the vocabulary words we're going to need today. So, let's talk about brown eyes and blue eyes. I'm not going to answer this question for you, but I am going to tell you what the letters mean. So I have a person that has big B, little b for their genotype. Now their phenotype would be, if big B stands for brown and little b stands for blue, then their phenotype would be brown. Okay, so let's say this guy with brown eyes meets a lady with brown eyes. Can these two have a blue-eyed child? I'm not going to answer it. We'll see if you get it later. So that's the notes. Watch it twice if you need to. See you next time.